The Metre2 release March 2019 has a number of exciting new attributes and additions to the products, not least of which is the ability to label the backups from cloud synchronizations. We've always been able to put jobs up, and we've always been able on request or by expert users to bring those down as new projects. What we're looking at now is putting labels against each of the synchronizes so that we can use them again. We can run reports against them. So all of the publisher reports would now be open to all of the different backups. It means that we can stop making many instance copies of the same job. Copy before tender settlement, copy after tender settlement, copies for submission, copy for value engineering. We only need to keep one active copy of the job. We can put those labels against the appropriate backups. We can run the reports against them. And we've actually introduced 4 new reports which enable us to compare and contrast information from the backups. So we can pick 5 jobs and see how a particular package has moved along. So a very important part of the process now is this ability to label the backups. Cloud files, for those of you that use cloud files, introduced a zip file option to make uploading a lot quicker. The desktop itself, you'll see some changes to the front of the desktop. There's now a help tile right in the front. You'll see the statistics grid is, in our opinion, a lot clearer, a lot more obvious as to which bits we should be focused on. And you'll see a lot of changes inside the labels. Everything that was a project is now an estimate. And that's because you'll see in a couple of slides' time, we have several new products now which analyze estimates by putting them together, adding extra attributes which we call project attributes. So it's important to distinguish between individual estimates and projects. As we create estimates, again, to encourage this analysis potential, we've taken the information that's always been available when creating a new estimate and put it onto one screen. So we want ideally people to create an estimate, put the GIFR in, put the postcode in, start preparing for the analysis that we could be using. Spell checks, just a couple of things that people have asked for. People have asked for a spell check. So now when you open up each of the edit boxes, the text boxes, you'll find you'll get the spell check little red squiggly line. You won't get it unless you open up the edit box. We know with construction that we have lots of referencing and detail which may appear not as an English word but is appropriate for us. So only when you open up the exit will you find it. A lot of notification of value engineering or recognition of value engineering in trade package management. The ability to turn things off, to turn things on, calculating. Now you can see in the bottom right there that we now have active and inactive values. So straight away we can see the impact of the value engineering exercises on the packages as we go forward. Lots more recognition of where items are, where items aren't, highlighting, low lighting, those types of things to understand. Same thing in the publisher. We now want to be much more aware of things that are on, things that are off, and this value engineering process as we go forward. And a couple of entirely new directions for us. You'll find in the Metre2 desktop, you'll find a BIM button. The idea is that you can open up IFC files if you're given them. You can access them, you can see the content. Let's just take that step into BIM and understand the content that we have. Use it with the Metre2 build production, if you so wish, but let's just begin to understand what's in there. And we also, as referred to, Metre2 cloud analysis. Browser based, don't need to have the estimating system itself, but we can open up access to the data to people who have the appropriate logins and security, but we can inform other parts of the business. So if you want to talk about BIM or you want to talk about cloud analysis, give us a call, you know the number. Otherwise, look forward to using the latest version of the Metre2 desktop.